Good afternoon, everybody. Today, we're here to talk about our brand, Say Yesh Apparel.
What is Say Yesh?
When people first hear a name, they usually ask us what it means. Say Yesh stands for Say Yeshua, to say yes to Christ, to choose to declare your faith in a world in which that forces you to blend in. We are building a movement that bridges streetwear with theological truth. The four of us up here, Millen, John, Aaron, and myself, have been best friends since we were born. And our bond is unbreakable. Now, I'll be completely honest with you, none of us are business majors. We're all science-based majors that started this business with just an idea and a blank piece of paper. But what we lack in a traditional business degree, we make up with passion. Up to this point, we have poured 100% of our profits back into the company. And now, look at the garments on the screen and right here on the chair. This is our product lineup. From our flagship Seek Peace hoodie to our custom Embrace Each Other pieces, we don't design cheesy religious merchandises. We build apparel tailored to modern fits. And I'll pass it on to Aaron.
Thank you, Did. Did you know that over 34% of Gen Z now identify as religiously unaffiliated, making them the first post-Christian generation in modern history? Currently, the faith apparel market is very out of touch. This forces an identity conflict. Christians are forced to choose between whether or not they want to wear fashionable streetwear or demonstrate their faith. This should never be a choice that they have to make. Say Yesh is the solution. Through our clothing, we strive to reclaim streetwear from this consumerist market. Since we're entirely youth-led, we eliminate the corporate disconnect that's so present in a lot of big brands. Staples in the industry, such as Elevated Faith, have validated that massive demand does exist, but they rely on standard merchandise. More premium brands, such as NHIM, exist, but their price tags of over $70 detach them from the youth. Guys, come on. I know that some of you might not have the best fashion sense, but honestly, would you wear that? Say Yesh rises above the competition, as we are able to offer more affordable pricing and designs tailor-made for the next generation. Our primary demographic are Gen Z and Gen Alpha believers, aged 15 to 25, who are immersed in modern fashion trends. John, I'll pass it to you for the numbers.
Thank you, Aaron. Now let's discuss scale. The overall global landscape for religious merchandise is a huge $15.2 billion total addressable market. When we filter this down to our serviceable addressable market, we see a $1.2 billion pipeline that Say Yesh is uniquely positioned to secure within the next 3 to 5 years. And our early traction proves that our strategy works. To date, we have generated $4,350 in gross revenue, and we have moved 111 units over our first 3 testing drops. We maintain an elite 54% net profit margin, and most importantly, look at our customer retention. We have 41% of our returning customer rate. Best of all is our customer acquisition cost is functionally zero. We do not spend any money on traditionally paid ads. Instead, we use video and photo showcases on Instagram and TikTok Reels. We have even reached out to famous Instagram models who've helped show our brand to over 5 million people. Now I'll pass it on to Millen. To show our projection model.
Thank you, John. We are planning to integrate meaningful technology. We'll use AI prototyping to affect our website, as well as to create an algorithm for ads that will be portrayed over social media. While our year 1 pre-order model completely grew and made our business, we have officially outgrown it. This capital injection allows us to execute bulk production, permanently dropping our per unit manufacturing costs by 40% and exploding our gross margin to 75%, driving our year 2 projected revenue to around $45,000. To execute this transition, we are seeking an investment of $5,000 structured as a 5% revenue share model with a 1.5 times payback. We'll use these funds to deploy into upfront bulk inventory, marketing, production, and expanding our team. We have built the engine and proved that it works. Now, we invite you to provide the fuel to scale it. Thank you. We welcome questions.
So now we'll have 10 minutes for the judges to ask them questions. And also please do remember that you can be rating the group on your phone.
I'll go ahead with the first question. So I just saw one of the slides, and just to make sure I'm clear, it looked like you were increasing your gross margin from about 58% to 75%. And that's with after the first year. How do you grow your gross margin?
So this will be done with the capital injection. Right now, we're using a pre-order model, and this means that we have to go through a bunch of different costs for shipping costs. For example, for each drop for a pre-order model, we have to have a large shipping cost from our manufacturer, as well as we have more of a bulk. Obviously, the cost for each unit will be less, so our overall gross margin profit will be larger.
Great job, guys. It's not easy to go first, all right? You guys nailed it. Quick questions. Do you know what is working really well, right? Like, is it the hoodies? Is it the pants? Like, because if you're using money for bulk inventory, you kind of want to make sure you're buying things that there's demand for. Ideally, someone clicks and you drop shipping from China right directly to them, and you don't have to actually inventory these things. But what have customers been saying? What do they love the most? Is it the feel? Is it the slogan? Is it the comfortness? Like what is so awesome about it from your customers?
Yeah, so from our first 3 testing drops, the best product has been the hoodies and the sets. The customers like the quality, they like the designs. So if we were to receive the investment, we'd put money towards hiring graphic designers to improve our designs. And I know there's always a risk for is this the inventory you're gonna sell? I think so far, the best thing has been, as I said before, the hoodies. So we know those are gonna consistently sell. And we're gonna just continue marketing. I said that we don't usually do traditional paid ads. So I think we're gonna put more money into those Facebook ads and use that sector more than we do now. If that answers your question.
That does. Can you hold up the hoodie or put on the hoodie or show everybody what's flying off the shelves here?
So this is our first drop. It was our Seek Peace collection. So we did like a little custom embroidery on the front and then puff print on the back. And it's like kind of acid washed.
Yep.
And then this was our most recent, we did a whole set. So we did the sweatpants as well. And we did an embroidery.
And what is that? I saw that design. Does it symbolize something?
Yeah, so we wanted to like make a design that directly correlates to the name. So it's called Say Yesh, as you said before, it's Say Yeshua. So the logo right here, it's kind of like in the shape of a mouth, and then it joins back into the Y in the middle, so like the SY. And you kind of see it on the original drop, we wrote SY Collections, so it's like directly from us, and that's the song.
Yeah, great job, guys. Like you said, being the first is always hardest, but you get it out of your way, and you get to learn from here. What do you feel like has been the hardest part of launching the business?
I think this past few months we took a hiatus because there were talks within our company we didn't, not all of us put in the same effort. We're 4 childhood best friends, so we communicate clearly with each other when someone's not doing enough, and so it kind of just came to a stop. And being able to actually work with each other, come back and get together for this. I think the hardest part through this company is getting the same passion, to share that same passion, to work with each 4 of us. We all have different ideas, narrowing it down to one specific thing.
Who's the CEO? Are you all 4 co-CEOs here? Yeah, that's going to be challenging. You're going to have to make decisions, and someone needs to say, this is what we're doing, well, let's get to work. Having 4 friends makes decision-making really challenging. Have you thought about that? You guys arm wrestle?
Yeah, we do have pretty serious talks on like the FaceTimes every night. But yeah, as Mel was saying, it's kind of hard like mashing all our ideas together and agreeing on one thing. But another big thing has been doing the inventory. Shipping costs are also really expensive. So just having a bulk like inventory at home, that would really help, and that would push us to do more drops and be more active on social media, do more branding, do more marketing. So yeah.
Have you guys looked at the print-on-demand concepts?
Yes, and as I said before, one thing that our customers really like is the quality. And I think when you do the print on demand, like the quality starts to go down. So we manufacture these in China, overseas. That's how we're able to like ensure the quality is like we can look at the certain GSM. So it's like 450 GSM. So I think the quality kind of goes down as you do the print on demand. So we haven't looked directly into that. And I think that's why we're kind of opting for just having a bulk order at home.
Got it. Now, one, I would recommend looking into that. There's a lot of manufacturers that will be more than happy to do the direct printing. You should also look outside of China as well, with the tariffs and stuff that will help bring down your cost. I'm curious on why you're only needing $5,000, because it doesn't sound like that's going to get you pretty far in your next drop.
Yeah. Right now, the main thing we're looking for is bulk inventory. So an investment of $5,000 will help us to, not only bulk inventory, but the marketing side as well. A lot of these companies that we see online, the main thing that got them there is their marketing. And really, there's a bunch of different people that have made clothing companies, but the main thing is to reach out to people and get their name out there. So what we really need to upfront and start and get into a higher place, I feel like, is getting our name out there more.
You guys have a website now, right?
Yeah.
And can you share some numbers on the traffic that go to your website? And I'm assuming you have an add to cart or some sort of call to action button. Are you tracking how many people are clicking that? Because it's okay to just get the data. Are people going to the site, one, and then when they get to the site, are they adding to cart, two, and stocking up on inventory without knowing what people are clicking? Do you need extra large? Are they small? Like, this is all data that you need to get before you get to the bulk inventory. So do you mind talking a little bit about numbers of, how many people visit the website, how many people add to cart, or learn more, or what action button they have there?
So we use Shopify to sell our products. So Shopify gives us all that data. We know like Instagram is the biggest pathway to which people find our company. We know that the black sincerely piece hoodie medium is our largest sale, our most popular item. So we have all this data that we can work off of.
And you haven't done a paid ad?
No, we haven't done it. What we've done is we've given products to like Instagram models per se, and they've exposed that, but we haven't done a specific paid ad. We just use TikTok or Instagram Reels.
Could you go through the pricing, what you pay and what you sell for?
So a hoodie for us in China costs around $20. We do a markup of, we sell it for around $40, 45. And then the pants are around $15, $16, and we mark it up to around $30, $35. But the price increases as you do more to the fabric. So embroidery costs more. If you want to acid fade wash, it costs more. Puff print costs more. So it's all based on that.
And the shipping cost?
Shipping costs, if we do a bulk, it's around $90. Because as I was saying, we do like a pre-order, so we do certain drop dates. We get all our customers in one order. So it's around like $90 to $100 to ship like a bulk order of maybe 50 pieces.
I still can't get over the 4 CEOs, by the way. You guys have to figure that out before you leave Chicago. And it actually goes, like when you guys got on stage, there was no one leader that's like, I got this, give me the mic, right? It was all 4 of you guys looking at each other being like, who should go? So it's gonna be helpful to have someone like that can take the lead. But my question is actually more around like, is there any like community, like you say a lot about community, you do that through the words that you print and the logos, but is there any mission that gives money back to a cause or something you donate? What am I getting behind to show that faith is important to me by representing?
So we've actually always planned, like from the start, like when we first started company, one of our main goals was to like buy a church for our church. So we're from Delaware, all of us are from Delaware, right? And we don't actually have our own church. We had to borrow like a church from borrow the church, go there, and they can kick us out whenever they want, basically. We don't have our own place where we can go. So one of our goals is maybe hopefully one day we bring enough profit, we can spend money to help fund a new church for our church. And then another thing we've also talked about, all of us are very passionate about medicine. And we want to donate to hospitals or elderly homes or just medical facilities that are all around like Delaware. And Delaware is a very small place, so we already have a very beautiful community, if you will, there. So
I think those things will help you with your funding and also get loud about it. Are you familiar with Bonobos? Bonobos is a sock company, right? Socks are socks, but every sock that you buy from Bonobos, they donate one to homeless, right? Because that's like the biggest need for folks who don't have shelter, your feet are free, right? And they built a multi-million, I don't know, maybe $1 billion business on selling socks because people got behind the cause. And I think this is even more so. You need to be cause first, right, and forward. Because as it says, talk is cheap, right? We can all talk about, this is faith-based and so forth, but where's the doing? So just some suggestions and feedback, which I think will help you because people like giving a check knowing that it's helping build a church versus just printing a saying on a shirt, right?
Yep. So with that, I'm being told time is up. So thank you, Yesh.
thank you guys. Love you all.